First, we want to redesign the program. We want to make it about performance. We want to fund performance. Right now, we fund education by formula grants, block grants to a school district. You get the same amount of money from the state whether you do a great job or whether you do a terrible job. Whatever you do, you get that same amount of money. We want it to be about performance. We want it to be about incentives. So reward performance, acknowledge performance. And we'll have two funds, one $250 million grant program for school districts that achieve measurable gains in student performance. Increase the student performance. You'll win a grant, we'll recognize the school district, we'll recognize the teachers, we'll find out what they're doing that works so the other school districts can actually emulate it. We'll also have a grant program for the best managed school districts. What school districts are finding ways to save money? And let's reward good managers who are actually finding efficiency. In terms of recalibrating the spending, right now we spend about $52.9 billion on education. We're going to reduce the state spending $1.5 billion, which is 7% of the state aid, but when you combine it with the local funding levels, on average, it's a 2.9% increase. You'll hear talk, it's in the paper today, well, if you cut education funding at all, we're going to have to lay off teachers. That's always the great fear. I consider it a threat. If you cut any aid to education, we're going to lay off teachers. Yeah, you could do that, but that would be unnecessary and would actually hurt teachers, and it would actually hurt the quality of education. Or you can better manage the system, right? Or you can find, on average it's a 2.7 reduction, find efficiencies within the system. For example, the state has funded reserves in school districts all across the state. Reserves are basically rainy day reserves that school districts keep for when they may have an issue. The schools have about $1.2 billion in reserves. There's an additional $600 million in federal money from last year that they didn't spend. That's $1.8 billion. The entire state reduction is 1.5. So there's more in reserves and unspent federal money than the state reduction of this year. Maybe we look at the compensation for the management and the administration of the school district. I used this example a few days ago. School superintendents did not like it, but it is still a fact. Some school superintendents earn more than $300,000 per year. 40% of the school superintendents receive a salary that is $200,000 or higher. Maybe we look at a wage freeze. If we freeze increases for management and teachers, that savings would be $1.1 billion a year in and of itself. Employee health contributions. If the teachers paid the same health contributions as state employees, my employees, $500, $600 million in savings. Or talking about consolidating school districts and finding management efficiencies. But the point is, we have to find efficiencies in managing the system and managing government better. You know, every